there is much fuckery afoot. This should be a boring video, but oh no, turns out it's not. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the inflation report and some inconsistencies from Stats Canada. And yeah, something Donald Trump said that's going to affect everybody on the planet. But first, you know I love to help small business. And the folks at Authentic Vibes sent me this free t-shirt and they sent a promo code for everybody who's watching this video. Again, I want to repeat, I don't get paid for this stuff. I just like to help small business. I'll put the promo code in the comments for this video. If you're interested, go check out their website and use the code. All right. While states are sending the National Guard to D.C., President Trump said this.
So you say during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections?
They're not going to wait 3 years. Again, I don't understand how people are not doing the math on this. This is the biggest crisis happening on the planet. If this happens, if he seizes control of the United States permanently, the way Vladimir Putin did with Russia, the world economy is going to go to shit. You're going to suffer, I'm going to suffer, we're all going to suffer. Sure, it'll be temporary as the world disconnects from the United States, but there's going to be a period of suffering. Like, I don't know how many things have to happen before people start to question this. There was, the comment about not needing votes for the election. There was that attempt on his life. There's this talk about him running again for president in 2028. They're not needing to be elections now. 6 states worth of National Guards being sent to DC to fight crime that's at a 30-year low. Midterm elections are coming up, and they're fighting over that already. And you know what? These midterm elections won't matter at all. If the Democrats win and they take over Congress, he'll just create a new Congress. Or he'll just ignore Congress. They're already fortifying DC. Why do you think they're fortifying DC? The Americans are killing me. You got these people who are preppers for the day when the government turns against its people. It's done that now. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. You're siding with the traitors. And then there's those who say, well, it's unconstitutional. The Constitution's pissing all over the Constitution. He doesn't give a shit about the Constitution. I'm going to say it again. This is going to cause a massive problem in the global economy. You're going to suffer. I'm going to suffer. And there'll be a whole bunch of suffering until at some point in time in the future, this blows over. Could be a month, could be a year, could be several decades. All right, let's get to something that I thought was going to be mundane, but apparently is not. RBC said inflation would be 1.9%. I said it'd be 1.6%. The consensus was 1.7, and it turned out to be 1.7. Top of the list, according to Stats Canada, gasoline. Gasoline came down, but it came down because of the carbon tax. Except it didn't come down because of the carbon tax. Gasoline this year was $1.39.6. Last year was $1.66.4. That's not all carbon tax. Yeah, the bulk of that is the actual price of gasoline that is falling, along with the price of oil, because there's a massive global slowdown. It's funny, they don't put massive global slowdown anywhere in this. And then there's rent, which is at the top of the list. Number 1 driver of inflation, rent. Number 2, mortgage interest cost. And as I like to remind people every month, that's driven by the Bank of Canada. Funny thing about that rent, though. After an uneventful summer of declining rents in Canada are down 3.6% from last year. It's been the news for months that rents are falling, and they're down 3.6%. But according to Stats Canada, they're up 5.1%. I know, they calculate it different. But shouldn't they calculate it based on what's happening in the real world? Because in the real world, rent is falling. There's July of last year, there's July of this year, down 3.6%. And then there's this, which, I'm sorry, but I haven't found any articles that are reporting this properly, according to Stats Canada. Grocery prices rise at a faster pace. We all know about tariffs, but that's not the problem according to them. According to them, it's weather. Unfavorable weather conditions in growing regions led to higher prices for primary ingredients, cocoa and coffee beans, and those are the things that are most expensive. Newsflash, interest rates do nothing for the weather. So what's happening here? I'm a little concerned. Rent is way off from what's happening in real life. The change in the price of gasoline is being misreported. The news outlets aren't talking about what's happening with food prices, at least not correctly. The fuck is going on, man?